Now that the draft is behind us and we have CBS and ESPN and everybody coming out with their grades for the Minnesota Vikings as far as their draft class goes, let's hear a real grade from a Minnesota Vikings fan. Y'all ready to hear the truth? Y'all ready to hear the truth? Because I'm going to give y'all my grade, man. I'm going to tell y'all what it is, man. Believe me, man. First of all, pick number 10. Quarterback JJ McCarthy coming out of Michigan. Y'all know how I feel, bro. I ain't even got to beat y'all ear to death about this. I feel like we got a winner. We got the guy that we've been looking for a long time. First of all, listen, highest drafted quarterback in Vikings history. A winner is going to win. What do I mean by that? He already set in history. The man ain't even stepped foot in a building yet and already making history and winning, man. I'm telling you right now, it's like that. I can't wait to see him get out there on the field. Sam Darnold is not beating out JJ McCarthy. There is no way in the world that that's going to happen. So we will see JJ McCarthy sooner than later. So be ready. For the ones who don't like him, it doesn't matter because you're going to grow to love him because this guy is definitely going to be the guy we're going to be rooting for the next 10 to 15 years. And I can't wait. I'm here for the ride. You hear me? I'm going to be an old man by the time he hangs it up for the Minnesota Vikings. All right. Then we got with the 17th pick, Dallas Turner. Now, I was just as surprised as Kevin O'Connell when Dallas Turner was there. We're talking about a premier edge rusher coming out of Alabama, a guy that goes out there game in and game out and produces at a high level. Listen, this is an A for me. The JJ McCarthy, A+. Now, the Vikings draft is very top heavy. What do I mean by that? Well, it's really one round, and there's another pick that we'll get to that I feel like is going to mask all the rest of the picks because we have two superstars, really three people that possibly are going to be superstars in this league that are going to just change the trajectory of this franchise, in my opinion, because you're talking about the quarterback, which is the most important position on the field. All right, we got a superstar at that. Then you're talking about an edge rusher, which people could argue that that's one of the more important positions when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. Him teamed up with Brian Flores, bro, it's going to get scary, bro. It's going to get scary, so be ready. You feel me? But again, those two picks right there, crazy, bro, crazy. All right, and then we got Kyrie Jackson coming out of Oregon. Now, I did a video on Kyrie Jackson. Hey, look, he won Employee of the Month at Harris Teeter or some grocery store he used to work at. What does that tell me? That tells me that he's a team player. You feel me? And then on top of that, he told coach that, hey, look, you just made the pick. You just picked the best DB in this draft. So, hey, confidence is there, mentality's there. Now, when it comes to the play, there's things he can get better at. There's things that he's good at. There's potential there. You see the potential. All of these guys were really trying to gauge the potential. Nobody really knows, but coming from a Vikings fan, I'm going to hype my guys up. You feel me? So, hey, I think it was a good pick, man. It was good. It's always good to add depth at that position because you want to strike big eventually. And sometimes these guys in the 4th round, 5th round cornerbacks, they tend to do things to make themselves a superstar or at least a star type player in the NFL. And that's more common at that position. So at the end of the day, great pick. We'll see what happens. Then we got tackle Walter Rouse out of Oklahoma. Now, I don't think that he's going to come in and take over for Brian O'Neill. That's obvious. That's not going to happen. But what I will say is the Vikings, first of all, are not scared to put a rookie in on the offensive line. And we know Brian O'Neill has been battling some injuries here and there. And I could see that if Brian O'Neill goes down, this is probably the guy that's going to take his spot while he's injured, while he's getting better. So we'll probably see him this season. I wouldn't want to, due to the fact that I hope O'Neill stays healthy the entirety of the season. But, you know, hey, look, man, O'Neill's been trending towards getting hurt, and hopefully that changes. Hopefully the offseason, he's ready to heal up and ready to go 100%. But just in case, I think this is a great pickup, man. This guy right here that had like 500-something snaps without allowing a sack and stuff like that. So he was under the radar, man. Actually a really good tackle. So shout out to Walter Rouse. Then we got Will Richard. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is the third guy I'm talking about. It's all fun and games that we drafted a kicker until there's no time on the clock and our kicker Will has to roll out there and knock down a 60-yarder, a 55-yarder with the game on the line. I'm going to tell you, if this pick turns out to be right and we finally got a kicker that we can hold for 10 to 15 years, that we know for a fact, aka Justin Tucker, Adam Vinatieri in his prime, a guy that we can depend on and we know is going to make the kick. This guy right here balled out in college, played for Alabama, a lot of high pressure games. So at the end of the day, those are the type of kickers you want to bring in. Now, part of me is like, You could have found a kicker elsewhere. You could bring in kickers in the offseason, have them have a kickoff, 24-hour kickoff. Whoever makes the most field goals in a row, you know what I mean? You're the one who makes the team. But again, man, being aggressive, going in, understanding how important it is to get the field goal kicker right. You have to get this position right. You have to. The NFL, the point margin is way too thin to not have a reliable kicker on your roster. So, and I believe this kid is, man. I believe we got a good pickup right there. So I'm not mad at the pickup, man. Him, Dallas Turner, and JJ McCarthy, to me, those are the most crucial picks of this draft. All right, so we got him. And then we got O-line Michael Juergens, whatever, from Wake Forest. They have him listed as a center. I'm going to tell you, he's not going to come in and take over for Garrett Bradbury. But again, I think this is just a depth piece. Come in, compete, see what happens. There might be some tangibles that they liked when they watched him on film or scouts and said, hey, this guy actually might be something in the future. We never know. So that's all I see in this pick. I don't see nothing crazy. It's not going to make you jump out your seat of joy and stuff like that. But what I do like that the Vikings did in this draft is they went through the key positions that we needed with the limited picks that we had available. They went through and checked that box, check that box, check that box. They went through and got all the positions that all of us Vikings fans have been complaining about. You feel me? That we need depth or we need a star player at this position and this, that. They went and did that, bruh. They went and did that. So, like, if you gonna grade them something low like a C, a D, a F, man, slap yourself. It doesn't make sense. All right, and then last but not least, defensive line, man. We got your boy Levi Drake Rodriguez, man. Hey, y'all wanted Drake? We got a Drake. You know, take it or leave it. For the ones who wanted Drake, we got a Drake. Embrace this kid. I think this guy actually might see the field sooner than later. With Brian Flores, he got a motor on him. He went under the radar. You feel me? He definitely went under the radar, man, from Texas A&M Commerce. I'm going to tell you right now, this kid right here can ball out a little bit. Now, I'm going to tell you, man, I kind of like him. But you know what? Look here. I'm like, again, these picks right here are picks that we can get excited about, but focus more on the top of the draft. Focus more on the top of the draft because that's where the Vikings really were very intentional on getting franchise-changing type players. And I think JJ McCarthy, Dallas Turner, and then you add in Will, the kicker. Those guys right there, those three guys right there can be three cornerstone pieces to add what we already have, to add to the cornerstone pieces we already have on the roster. And I think it's going to be an exciting season of football this season to see how this pans out and see how these players turn out. And I can't wait, man. Y'all let me know what y'all grade the Minnesota Vikings draft class of 2024 down in the comments. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer, who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.